we have two categories of tools. One we call musical tools, and one we call technical tools. So the musical tools are the analog modeled tools, and these are, these started in the 50s and the 60s, and we're still using models of these beautiful old analog. This is kind of a Frankenstein, but we're still using analog modeled tools like literally 70 years later, 60 years later. What's good about musical tools? What are the advantages of a musical EQ? Texture. Okay. Texture's right. And just talk engineering talk to me. What is texture? Analog saturation. Exactly. So what does that mean? It means while you're getting your EQ on and you're dialing in things that you want to stand out in the profile of the sound, things that you want to take away in the profile of the sound, you're also getting an extra bonus layer of character, right? So that's one thing that musical tools do. What's another advantage of a musical tool? Look at these frequency choices here. Are these continuous or are they detanted and clicky? I got 4K, 2K, 4K, 7K. Those are my choices, right? So I don't have a world of choices. I'm restricted by these old designs that couldn't give you everything or didn't want to. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Could be both, right? Could be both. It's a good thing if you want to quickly get to the right answer because you don't get lost in the weeds, right? You're here. We're going to boost a frequency. We're going to go between three choices. I like this. I like this. I like this. I like this. I'm going to back it off. Boom, I'm done. It's fast. Sometimes having fewer choices is a good thing, right? Sometimes having fewer choices is a good thing. So we get additional saturation, and we also are a little bit constricted or restricted in terms of our choices, which can make things quicker. What's one more good thing about musical tools? They're musical. The choices that you're given, the workflows that are created have been designed over decades because they sound good, right? That's why these things are famous. That's why all these different, some of these are these modeled plugins. This is why that they're famous, is because all of your choices have some kind of good musical nutritional value, and so they're sort of pre-made to get a good sound, right? The choices that are in front of you have been prepared to create good sound. So we love our musical tools, and Lord knows we pay a lot for them sometimes. Universal audio, stuff like that, or analog stuff. We have a bunch of mastering engineers who have $20, $30, $40, $50, $100,000 setups, more. Some people with more. So we love this old vintage musical stuff. We love it, love it, love it for all the reasons we just said. Now, the other side of the coin are technical tools. Do technical tools saturate typically? No. No, they don't. They don't saturate. Does FabFilter Pro Q3 saturate? Is there a saturation algorithm that's hiding somewhere under some right-click thing? No. Is that because the people at FabFilter couldn't figure out how to create saturation, or did they purposely leave it out of this intentionally? Right, it was on purpose. Why did they make this fancy tool? Why did they make it saturation free? What's the idea there? Well, transparency, that's it, Mert, right? They think that you have so many good musical choices and so much saturation. So saturation creates energy, right? And a technical EQ moves that energy around without giving you any more unwanted saturation. Figures that you got the saturation you wanted, and now we just want to manipulate that energy in a clean fashion. Very, very logical.